Cool. All right. So we're here. I think the last thing I have to do is don't
I
mind the
like your fisheye
Z's.
lens situation also.
Yeah, I have two lenses for my camera. One is a very wide one, and then like a regular one that this would be too close for. So we're fisheyeing. I could make it even more fucked up if I wanted. Wait.
Wait, I need to log in so I can chat to this cross-coded person. Hello, cross-code.
Wait, is somebody in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh.
like, like Kingdom Death Monster?
Oh shit. Not quite like Kingdom. I mean, Kingdom Death Monster, more of a board game RPG, but more in the. I mean, the most popular example, as much as it might pain Jeremy to hear it, would be our old friend Dungeons and Dragons. Currently, this.
Ah!
If you're in the chat right now, this is just a test of a stream that will be happening on Sunday. But hello, welcome. Great to see
Yeah,
you.
hi.
Um,
Oh, the me and cross-coded feel similarly.
but so yeah, it's not. Sorry, I'm trying to do technical stuff and respond.
No, I'm here. That's what I'm here for, right?
We'll talk
That's
about
why
it.
I'm co-host.
Explain.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
Explain
So,
that even
yeah.
though you don't might not like.
Hi, cross-coded. My name is Jeremy. This is Adam. You can see our names in the overlay. And we're having a good time setting up for the tabletop call-in show. You can see the name title appear, where we have people call in on on Sunday nights, and we are going to answer as many tabletop questions as possible to the best of our ability and not scream about it. Meanwhile, also being able to talk about tangential things. So great. You know what? Let's do a test right now. Cross-coded. Do you have a tabletop RPG question? Does tabletop include board games?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Game design is game design. Inspiration comes from everywhere.
I like board games,
I also like board games.
and also that
Big
makes.
social deduction game kind of person.
Yeah, me too. I mean, there's the crossover into tabletop RPGs. Let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who else said that they were gonna help? I'm gonna add them or I'm gonna
Mac,
message them.
Hydroforge. Viditya, hello. Thanks for being here. We're fucking live, everyone.
You said there was no more coffee. There's no more coffee. I'm live with a technical test, if you're wondering. Yeah, I know. Okay. I think John also said. All right, Viditya, if you're out there listening, I want to see if you could call in just from where you are right now.
And this would be a mobile test too,
Yeah.
so this will be good.
We got a whole test here. Just raw, like you're a viewer, you just stumbled in. Let's see if you can get into this chat.
Just like cross-coded here.
Yeah.
Eldritch Horror.
I think
I think I've heard of that. Hold on.
I've played it once. I don't know if there's like a newer edition, but I definitely played it in like 2015. I played Eldritch Horror.
I have seen it. I've never played it. I've played 0 Fantasy Flight games.
Really?
Yeah.
Before they got bought by Asmodee, Fantasy Flight was kind of my shit. And then, not that I'm too cool to buy things that were bought out by a conglomerate, but when they got bought by Asmodee, they definitely pivoted more towards just all the licenses they had. So they make a lot of Star Wars games, which I love X-Wing, but I haven't bought anything for X-Wing in years.
I would love some. I know you do. You talk about it all the time, Viditya. As far as a favorite board game goes, cross-coded, my favorite board game was a long time. It was Trail at the Hill House on the Hill, haunted house
Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
Thank you. It's been a really long time. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And after that, I think, yeah, mostly social deduction games. Like I just played Blood at the Clock Tower time with
That's
this.
good
Wait,
shit.
which way is this camera? Is it this way? Do I
You're
point
right.
this way?
That's correct. Yeah. I'm on your right, and you're on my.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know.
I found it. This guy.
Oh wait, hang on. I gotta cut you off real quick, Jeremy. This might break the entire thing, but shit. I forget the code. I'm trying to get the Twitch bot to play. I gotta find the documentation. Just a second. What's the code? What do I gotta say? Commands list, audio, Twitch listen. Got it. Twitch listen.
We're figuring it out. I'm here to chat with both of you. Both of you.
Cool, perfect. All right, it's working now, and you're back. Your video is still on screen because of our friend unregistered hypercam.
Perfect. Where am I from? I live in the Cleveland area, greater Cleveland area in Ohio. And you should definitely eat pizza because I love toppings.
You can put toppings on pasta, though.
Okay, so we're
that's
not
me
going to
that
work
forgot
as
to
co-hosts now.
I like pizza. Like, don't get me wrong. Good
if I
call,
had to pick
cross-coded
pizza.
on the notifications. Let's turn off all these sounds.
Mute my ass. Oh, should we curse on here? I don't know if
Who gives a
censor
shit?
myself?
It's our show.
Oh, excellent. Perfect.
I'm worried that the people that are helping us test they're not following step 2 in the call-in process, which feels like they're typing that they're calling in, but they're not entering the waiting room. Oh, they don't see the waiting room. Got it. Okay. Oh, it's because they didn't.
Did you hit the permissions?
It's because they didn't acknowledge that they read anything. Once you've read the process, react to the post with the microphone to get access to the queue. Here he is. Okay, we've got somebody. All right, so now they're in the waiting room. And Viditya was first in the queue, so I'm going to, Jeremy, for your reference, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click the wave so I know that we've handled that person. And then I'm going to drag Viditya in, who should be able to hear us now.
Hello.
Hello, Viditya. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for calling in to the Tabletop Call-In Show.
Many time caller. I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Who's calling in today? Could you announce yourself and give your pronouns for us?
Yeah, hi, I'm Viditya Valetti. I use he, him pronouns. That's me. Calling in from my phone on my bed.
Awesome. That's great stuff. What's up? What are you calling in about?
Yeah, do you have a question for us?
Oh, right. Yeah, I was really curious. This is a topic that's very close to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite dye to put in your mouth?
My favorite dye to put in my mouth. Let's think.
Which dye has the best mouthfeel to you?
I'm gonna say, I bet a D12 is nice in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's got enough roundness to it, but enough flat faces that there's enough variety.
Mm-hmm.
And then the numbers will be big enough for you to feel the divots. Are you?
Yeah.
Jeremy, are you testing?
I don't have an answer, but I don't want to do this wrong, so give me a minute.
Look at I love the stream. I need. Wait, look.
Oh shit!
Oh, I'm gonna have to wash these dice.
I like how you have to wash them after you start putting them in your mouth, not before.
Yeah, you should.
It's only been my hands.
And your table. Oh, holy shit!
No, I roll in this box all the time. My answer is the D10. I like the D10 the most.
Oh, I could see that.
That's interesting.
It's a good variety on the D10, right?
It's
Yeah.
very smooth. Like, I know what you said about the D12, and I agree with everything you said about the D12.
Mhm.
Hold on, wait, I should look this way. I agree with everything you said about the D12, but there's just something about, like, having those 2 points that really adjusts the texture of the whole thing. I'm going to have to move my mic over here also if I'm going to talk in that
I was
direction.
gonna say, yeah, your mic suddenly dropped.
TLDR, D10 good.
Wow. Yeah. Y'all got some really good insights on mouthfeel.
Thank you, Viditya.
And I appreciate the diversity because I have my own favorite.
Is it the?
Oh, I think...
What is it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I know
To
it.
be,
I'm worried about it.
no, actually, I would say like if I had to choose one,
Mhm.
they all have different mouthfeels for different reasons, and there's pros and cons for each. I'm surprised, Jeremy, that you like the D10. It's probably one of my least favorite.
Ooh.
Mm.
I think it feels kind of lopsided in it. To me, the D12 is kind of the best die to put in your mouth for a lot of the reasons that Adam mentioned.
Damn, I'm good at intuition.
Yeah,
I was worried you were going to say D4 because that's the wrong answer.
The D4, as much as I have turned around on it and like genuinely enjoyed the D4, it has abysmal mouthfeel. That shit does not want to stay in your mouth. It
Feels like it would be cutting your gums. Like no matter what's happening, the D4 is going to cut into some gum somewhere.
it's gonna be awful.
So you're saying that the D4 is the Cap'n Crunch of dice.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm here for food analogies.
Oh shit!
Did you ask me if I promised something? I'll promise anything.
Oh no! I said, do you have problems eating Captain Crunch?
Captain Crunch
No,
is a hearty.
As hard as a rock. What do you mean?
Yeah, I never walk away from a bowl of Captain Crunch without like mouth sores.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Do you know how long you have to wait for that shit to fucking soften in the milk? Get me out of here.
Oh no, I like it. I like
it.
getting my mouth all torn up.
I have learned a lot about you in one sentence.
Oh shit!
How do we transition callers? What's the
Hey, it's been great talking to you, but we've got a lot of callers in the queue to get through.
So many.
So do you have anything to plug before you go?
Oh yeah. If you're also curious about putting dice in your mouth, you should go and check out my podcast, Viditya's Dice Corner.
Where can you even find that? I'm gonna.
Ooh, shit. We should totally collect links for people when they promo. We can put it in the Twitch stream chat.
They can do it
It's on
themselves.
Spotify. You can Google Viditya's Dice Corner and it should come up. BIDITYA Dice Corner. Or at anchor.fm/Viditya-Valetti. That's where you can find it. I wish I wish I had a place that's much easier to find, but it is on all podcasting platforms.
Here it is. I've hit subscribe.
Thank you.
I've been subscribed for a long time, so
I've heard about the show. I just didn't know how to get to it. So
if it
turns out
matters,
just type your name into my podcast app, and there it is.
If it matters, my Apple Podcast only shows 2 total episodes for the variety show.
Same.
That's all there is. I need to
Oh.
It starts on
need to get back
starts on
to it.
episode 3. Don't worry.
It starts on episode. I thought that would be really hilarious. I'm like, oh, I start on episode 3. Like, you're already like, you're past the doldrums of the first 2 episodes. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Instead, it's maybe just confusing and not a good thing.
Well, people are like, wait, where are 1 and 2? And then they search the internet for like hours.
Yeah, they find my stuff. They go,
Yeah,
oh.
exactly. See, it's a strategy. It's a marketing strategy. I hope someone's taking notes.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
thank
me.
you.
Well, yeah, it's been great.
Thank you so much for that.
Have a great rest of your day.
Have a great day. Do I leave or do you kick me?
It's easier if you leave, but I can kick you if I
All
miss.
right. Okay. You should kick me. It's more powerful.
Done.
Rest in peace.
Get out of here.
That was good. That was good. Who's next?
Yeah, it was good. So then I imagine we do like a little decompression for ourselves. We talk about it, if there was anything left to say, and then we let's see. Looks like we've got Discord user Hydroforge coming in now. Hey, thanks for calling into the Tabletop Call-In Show. Who are we talking to?
Whoa.
Hello.
This is... Oh, shit. I'm getting
the
the double feedback from Twitch and from Discord. So.
No.
Yeah, this is Max Pfeffer, a big fan of the show, been watching since day one.
Minute one.
Minute one, yep. And I thought with resident shitposter Viditia, I thought I'd do like a serious question to test out the serious questions mechanics of your show.
This is a very serious show as well.
Oh, it's very serious. Very, very serious. You got to get your professional advice. And fuck, I already forgot my question.
Good. Pressure is on.
I know it was a good one too.
This is when we turn the table and ask you a question.
Oh no! Whoa! I didn't sign up for this.
No one did.
I was ready to come in with like car talk shit, like my game. Oh, I remember my question now because it was related to like how do you fix a car. You have a game you're working on. I have this like Ford 94 like BOB game, but it's just not fun. Like I think the mechanics are cool, and like all the tangible things about the game are cool, but it's just not fun. Like, do you guys have suggestions on like how to work on games so it's fun? If that makes sense. Like you think it would be fun, but it just...
So what about it is not fun for you? I guess would be where to start would be to try to identify one trying to have something in your mind that like would make something fun, and like what your broad idea, what is fun about your broad idea, and then how is your design currently falling short of that, and like what mechanics specifically are not like if your goal is to make a fun game, which like not all games have to be fun, but if your goal is for everything to be fun, like look at each of the pieces of it and like ask, oh, what is this doing to add to the fun? So like pick a mechanic and tell me what it's doing to add to the fun, if anything.
Yeah. So I think where I'm at, like I have the cool mechanic and I feel like I don't know how to like build out the rest of the game. Like, because usually games are focused on like you have one core mechanic that you're like, yes, this is like cool. I want to center the game around it. But then it feels empty outside of that. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like your recommendation would be on figuring out how to tie other aspects of a game into that mechanic to make it feel more satisfying.
Yeah. So if you've got like a core mechanic, can I ask what is the core mechanic?
Core mechanic
if you want to share, of course.
Yeah, sure. I'll go for it. There's no secrets in this industry. It's playing with strings.
Okay.
So
already
a lot of games will like use strings to like connect ideas, like full on like serial killer stuff of like creating your mind map, and using those strings to like have nonverbal communication with players. And that's what I want to play around with. Is you may have some verbal story you're playing with, but then you have these strings which are a different communication method.
Okay, that's cool. And so you're saying you tried that and it didn't feel good, or just that there's not enough other stuff
I think
happening?
it felt like there wasn't enough other stuff happening.
Mhm.
And I just felt kind of stuck in the game design because like I had the cool idea and then I'm like, shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, the cool idea often is the easy part,
Yeah.
which feels like it should be the hard part, but then it's taking the cool idea from that point and making it feel good. And that's game design. That's hard shit.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, the biggest thing would be probably if you've heard the concept of play storming. That's something that I was talking about with some
Only
people
elites use it.
previously. Yeah. So the idea of what a play storm would be you would get together with some friends, whether they be just people that play games with you, or often getting together with other designers is helpful, and just be like, hey, this game doesn't work in its current form, but like let's play it, and then do whatever you think like would, if there's something that you want to do that the game isn't letting you do it, just do it, and then we'll adjust the game like live at the table. And so if you come with this idea of this string mechanic and just, Jeremy, you got anything? I'm running out of steam.
Yeah, like
No, feel free to kick the can.
Mid sentence.
No, go ahead.
yeah, like you start from the basis of like this sucks. I know it sucks, but like let's try and have fun with it
Right.
and like figure out where it can go. Like I love that.
Yeah. As long as you set that expectation at the beginning, because sometimes play testing can be a stressful thing if you're like, hey, we're going to see if this is good. And then the people are playing and probably having a decent time because role playing is just fun, even if the game sucks.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there just sweating because nothing's working the way you wanted it to. But if you come out front and say, hey, yeah, this isn't going to be great, but let's do it, that feels good.
My answer to the question was a little bit. Adam, I loved your answer.
Okay.
It's very like intuitive towards funning, right?
Mm-hmm.
My answer is a little bit more organizational, structural, because I've not had the opportunity to ever play Storm, and I'm also working on my first game. So so I think more about like the process and like the fun and not fun parts about it, and how you liquidate that energy. So this comes from an adventure prep GMing book called Never Unprepared by, is it Robin Law? No, it's not by Robin Law. I'll figure it out in a minute. But basically it breaks adventure prep, game prep for, like your traditional campaign long game into 5 steps: brainstorming, conceptualization, documentation, review, and a second one that I can't remember. And basically when I do my writing, I actually break it down into 2 things. So the fun bits of designing is the brainstorming, and the conceptualization is like, oh, I have this idea to put fire elementals in my game. And then you conceptualize like, how can I subvert them? Like that feels fun, like coming up with that stuff. But when you hit that, at some point you have to write it out, and that's like the documentation of it. So I think for me, the answer to that question is, how do you put like sort of the fun moments back into designing the game in addition to play storming? I think play storming is very valuable from an outside perspective. I've never done it, so I can't say that I executed
Here's
on
my
it.
secret: I've never done it either.
Yes, you have. What do you
Wow. Phil
Yeah.
betrayed us a
Playing
little.
Metal
Giving me
on
advice you haven't
stream.
even used.
Literally not true.
Well,
But
the Grasping Nettle stream wasn't a play storm. That game, the rules are still the same as they were then. I think Tony added the 1 rule, which I guess makes
you know
it
it
count.
works. I'm looking at you over here. But the point is that So the brainstorming conceptualization point is fun, and you write that down somewhere in your document or whatever have you, and you like can leave it for another day. And when you don't have like the fun energy to think up or conceptualize or brainstorm, you have something that you set aside in your document that you can document on, right? So you can go back to that question and be like, oh shit, I can't really think of anything today, but I did remember that I want to put fire elementals in here. So now you can like, you have some sort of connective road to be like, I don't know, look up fire elemental mood board pictures or, you know, learn about fire science or whatever, right? So I think that for me, it's about delineating the process and figuring out like when you don't have fun energy within you to design something, going back to something you need to reiterate on and doing that. Because it shouldn't take that much mental energy to have something to parse from, I guess is what I'm saying. The cognitive load is different.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for the question, or thanks for answering the question.
Yeah.
I'm not the host.
Thanks for the question.
You know, I forgot to answer the most important question, and that is, I agree that the G12 is has the best mouthfeel of any dice because of the faces. That you got nice big faces. There's a lot to play around with in there, and it's not super pointy. So thank you for posing the question to the audience.
All right. Thanks for calling in. I think if there's nothing else, we will probably head towards wrapping up the show. It doesn't look like there's any other callers hopping into the queue. Yeah. Appreciate it. Have a great day, Max. Yeah, do you want me to kick you? I can kick you if you need to. I know.
Oh yeah, kick me, please.
Power
like
move.
that. See ya.
We have like a full functioning episode happening here.
Yes.
I mean, supposed to be technical day.
That's a good sign, I think.
Yeah.
If we could just hop right into it on accident.
We have 5 viewers. Did Crosscoded come back?
I don't know who's in there. I
don't know. Who's viewing us? Say hello in the chat. Who's looking at me?
Cool. Well,
all right,
everybody. Oh, Crosscoded followed. That's great. Crosscoded will be here on Sunday, hopefully.
Awesome.
What a person. Just hop into the stream that says testing. And immediately start asking in the chat. That's good.
Wants to be on the ground floor, dude.
I'm here for it.
I followed. I followed.
Is that you, Shuckle?
Yeah, I'm Shuckle.
Okay.
You don't fuckle with Shuckle.
Understood. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's mini show. The future, I feel like that was pretty good to get a feel on how long things will go, how many calls we might get through. When did we start this? At 12? Let's see.
Yeah. What's some minor 5-minute troubleshooting?
Yeah, people started hopping in at a little before 12. So it's 20 minutes, 2 calls. We'll probably get through like 5 calls per show.
Yeah, and definitely something about like decompressing to get the other guests like geared up, right? Because I think there's something about what do I want to say? Like in this testing instance, Max is ready to come on right after Viditya because they knew what this was about. But in a normal circumstance, we might say like, hey, our next caller is going to be X, but before that, what did you think about that last question, Adam? Getting that person starting to think about.
One problem is the bot that was supposed to be playing the stream audio into the voice channel left as soon as I left. It doesn't want to be in there alone. So, it looks like we got another caller actually. A last minute caller. I think we can swing one more here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So, Matt, if you're listening in the chat, I'm about to bring you in, but if you're not, you're just going to get brought in. Thank you for calling the Tabletop Call-In Show. Who is talking tonight?
Hey, this is Matt Fennell. Can you guys hear me?
We sure can.
Yes. Hell yes. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for asking.
I'm good. I am sitting in the parking lot at McDonald's in Union, South Carolina,
Perfect.
eating a Subway sandwich.
Wow. Real cross promotion there.
Yeah, you know me. I
Hashtag
love
McDonald's
the brand.
sponsor us.
Hashtag McDonald's sponsor us. I think I'm gonna get a Shamrock Shake before I drive back to the office. But
Amazing.
that is not why I called in. but I thought your listeners would like to know.
Yeah,
Nevertheless,
it's good to get a feel
Absolutely.
for what's going on in the caller's life.
It shows our demographic.
you've got to get like a vibe check on
Subway
the room.
eaters.
The room being this rented Hyundai Elantra that I have just destroyed. So
Good. Great.
all right, what were we talking about? Tabletop games.
I mean, anything
yeah.
you want to bring up.
Yeah.
The conceit is that it's tabletop related, but like, I'm not gonna stop you from anything. I'm not gonna stop you from doing anything. I don't know.
Clearly, you. Okay, I did have a question. I was proud of it. I sat here and thought about it. I think what got me started thinking about this was Will Yobst and Adam Vass talking about Big Rubble on yesterday's episode of the Brain Trust podcast. Do you all have any like? My first thought is any like books or things from the old trad space that are for whatever reason just like a siren song calling out to you that you would hate, but just like for whatever reason it's like
This is a great question.
Yeah.
This is a great question.
It's a question that I don't have an answer for.
I have a potential answer.
Okay, good.
And it may shock the world, but the answer is D&D 5e.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Here we go.
I thought we were asking about old stuff.
That's as old as it gets for me. Do you know that I'm a baby? Listen.
I mean, me too.
Me too.
Listen, D&D is an old rhyme in time, and the game doesn't change that much. The only different version, as far as I'm aware, is like the 3.5/4E situation. I guess OSR. Listen, I don't know dick about dick. Okay, so here we go. For me, as much as I sometimes dunk on D&D 5e, the one thing that will always hold a special place in my heart about it is, one, it was the first game that I really connected with some friends about that keeps that circle tight. And the second thing is that I do love tactical combat, and is the only game that I've ever played that has sort of that tactical combat feel, at least at current date. So
Probably check out 4E, honestly, if that's what you're looking for.
Listen, I love the powers. I'm trying to make the anime fighting game happen.
Ooh.
But as far as it for me is that, I love the concept of, I don't like how tiny the tactical, 5 feet by 5 feet every turn, figuring out exactly the distance I need for a fireball. I like things a little bit more area of effecty, so like tile built things. There's a great game being made by Andreas Walters of Metal Weave Games called Drifter RPG, which is a direct distillation of Hyperlight Drifter into tabletop form.
Okay.
And they use a tile system that is tactical in nature. So it's like you can have it's like based on zones, I believe, from Fate. If that's correct. That may not be correct. It's based on like a zones concept from another game. And yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's the perfect delineation for what I like about tactical games, and it's something I have plugged into my own work in progress.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I struggle with distances just in general. I'm not good at that. So it gets tricky when I'm trying to figure out, okay, how far does my Eldritch Blast go and stuff like that.
The only time I ever enjoyed distances in 5e was when my DM at the time had these sticks that were delineated the length of like the grid. And so instead of trying to figure out the grid itself, you just grabbed the stick and just like hovered it over. That was nice.
That sounds good. That's
That
like
does
board
sound
game
good.
energy.
Yeah, huge board game
I like
energy.
that.
Yeah, it's like it was like
Yeah.
the rulers. If you've ever played the Star Wars X-wing miniature game, like the
Mhm.
range ruler in that,
Ooh.
but 5 game feet.
5 game feet.
And so yeah, we just
Tiniest
didn't have any grids. He just had a bunch of like terrain that he liked to build and would just dump on the table. It was good shit.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I commiserate with what you said there, Matt, about like for me as well as this is like I haven't played, but I've read like Numenera and 13th Age and how they use like near, far, close, and all that stuff, and like someone's close is different to someone else's close. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things where it can get really fiddly, and then it turns into that like position and effect conversation that you have in Blades in the Dark, where you have to like reiterate or revise your statement 3 or 4 times before everyone's happy at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with systems like that, you are not stuck, but like you're keeping track of a lot of information. Because like each character's spatial relationship to each other character, whether that's player characters or like things you're fighting, you're trying to remember each one of those. So like I'm near to you, but Matt is a sniper, and so Matt is far from me, but there's somebody sneaking up to stab Matt, and so they're
and the closest
They're
door
close.
is extreme distance from me. So
It's tricky when you've got a table. It's hard when you're doing it online, and it's impossible when you try to do it like the way that I did when I was a GM, which was theater of the mind.
oh
yeah.
that's what I
Hell yeah.
usually yeah.
Yeah.
I like boards. I like tactical boards for sure. I think it helps solve a lot of cognitive load problems for people.
I use
Have either of you played that skirmish game? The like what is it? Wallet Light War Game, I think is what it's called. That uses the chessboard.
no, but that sounds
No.
cool.
Yeah, it. I haven't read it yet. I can't remember the author, but
Fuck me.
It's,
Do I fucking put a chessboard in my game? I'm mad
yeah,
at you.
it's a chessboard, and it's. I mean, I think all of the units are dice, and it's like the face represents either their. I'm just completely going off of what I've seen other people talk about this game, so I could be just imagining something different. But I mean, you're moving around the chessboard, and it's like, hey, just like get some Legos and stuff and put them on the chessboard, and like that's terrain and things, and like I really like that idea.
Yeah, that sounds
seems
pretty
great.
good.
Yeah.
Skirmish.
And that just gets you into. I love like Final Fantasy Tactics, and people and like Fire Emblem and stuff, and people will be like, "Oh, it's just like kind of more complicated chess," and like this just feels like it's really leaning into that, and would be great for doing something like that.
Fuck. Oh, I'm so mad. I had a whole tile system worked out, and now I'm gonna have to do this. I'm pissed. I literally wrote it down. Chessboard ?
Hey, if it works.
I'm gonna make it work. I would love to create units that basically copied, like you could copy paste the same movements in chess. Like this thing can only move diagonally. This thing can
Okay.
only move like a knight.
I think you're
Yeah.
onto something there.
No, that's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
saying, dude.
Chess Plus.
Wait, and
I'm
then
gonna throw up.
and then you can do like abilities, do that kind of stuff too. So like I can't move there, but my little fireball can move like a knight. Whew.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, you are picking me up right now and twirling me around.
Okay. Leveling up, right? You add a different movement. You're like, okay, now I can move like a bishop and like a knight because
Yeah.
I'm level 15 or whatever. I'm
Matt coming in
multi-class.
strong with the ideas here.
Whew. All right.
Oh.
Cool. Is there anything
All
else
right,
you
I'm
wanted
gonna-
to shout about here? Or any...
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to figure out tic-tac-toe. I'll call in at some point when I figure that out.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I might watch War Games this weekend. Maybe that's the thing to do.
Ooh.
When was the last time anyone on this show has watched War Games?
I don't
I don't know what
even
that
know what you're
is.
talking about.
The Matthew Broderick film with the computer? Thermonuclear war?
My strength is anime.
War
Oh,
Games
you guys.
film series.
Matthew Broderick is a hacker in the 1980s.
My
He
God.
like dials in on a bulletin board to what he thinks is a video game development company, but is actually the military, and downloads a bunch of games that are training programs for a war computer. And he's like, thermonuclear war? That sounds pretty cool.
I have seen the trailer for this.
Yeah. And then the computer is like, oh shoot, it's time for thermonuclear war. And everyone's like, wait, what's going on?
Oh,
and then
shit,
it's like a
it's
bad
time.
techno thriller for like an hour. There's a doctor who has like a remote controlled dinosaur. And then tic-tac-toe is involved in the climax. So,
All right.
and then there's a sequel. Where it's really bad. It was like a made-for-TV sequel, I think, where the government makes a first-person shooter or something that is designed to catch terrorists. Where like the idea is, oh, if you're too good at this game, obviously you're a terrorist. And
God, what a fucking miserable premise.
It's so terrible. There's
I mean-
a kid who's really, really good at the game, and then the government's trying to hunt him down. I don't remember anything else.
I retract that. The thesis that gamers are terrorists is a great one to start your movie on.
The system was named Ripley, and I hate that I can remember that, but I can't remember my mom and my
God.
brother's birthdays.
Yeah, that's fair. You know,
So-
you can't pick what gets stored in the little folds of your brain.
It just goes in there sometimes. So, I think with that, I'm going to log off and finish eating my sandwich. But, hey, good to hear from both of you. Good luck with this. Thanks
you.
for letting me call in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be back for real on Sunday.
Yeah, tune back
Sweet.
in.
I will. All right, bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, I didn't get to kick Matt.
Matt made the power move.
All right.
Well, great. We got to 5 viewers on a test, so that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's more than 2, which would be us. Thank you, Vaditia. Wow, good job. Hey, we celebrate progress here.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for today's test episode of the Tabletop Call-In Show. This feels like it's gonna be pretty fun. Get some harmonicas in the chat. And if you don't know how to get a harmonica in the chat, go. I can't speak.
No,
Go
you're
subscribe
good.
to Vidita's Twitch channel, where there's some good stuff on there sometimes. Whenever there's stuff on there, it's good. That's the
Ring
thing.
that bell. Hit that notification. Like, we have 8 viewers. Where are they coming from?
Yeah, you're gonna want to go ahead and hit subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Tabletop Call-In. Follow us individually at the things that are under our faces. I've been you just pointed at mine, which thank
Yes,
you.
I
Okay.
did mine, then yours.
Got it, understood. I thought you were looking for yours.
Nope. Yeah. Right. Good. I'm like watching the stream and it's like 10 seconds delayed.
I've been Adam Bell. You can find me, like I said, on Twitter at Adam E. Bell. You can find any games that I make at adamebell.games. You can find my Twitch right here, where we'll be doing this show
You're on it.
Sundays. Jeremy, who have you been?
I've been Vaditia Valetti, and I've been on the Draw Your Dice podcast in the most recent episode. I have a part 2 coming out very shortly. No, I've been Jeremy Gage. I am the host of the Draw Your Dice podcast. Please come check it out. We talk with game designers about their principles and philosophies to inspire your creations in the tabletop game space and other inspiration. So listen to me every Monday.
Cool. All right, that's it. That's the show. That's the fake show. That's the technical test. I'm going to fade to the break screen where there would be music, and then I'm going to mute myself so nobody can hear me.